So, hey, thank you. I just want to say thank you. I can't tell you how proud I am of my city, of my state, of the things we're going to do tomorrow to provide full equality to all Mainers. We're in the home stretch. We're heading down to the finish line. We can see tomorrow at 8 o'clock. But there's been a lot of hard work that has gone into this. This hasn't happened overnight. This has taken months and days and years, but we think we are going to be the first state in the nation to finally win full marriage equality at the polls tomorrow. But we're not done. We got a lot of work to do in the next 24 hours, and this is an amazing crowd that has come out here today, but we got to make sure we do a couple of things. So without further ado, I want to bring up to the stage one of my favorite people on our campaign, Sam Parker. Sam was one of our original field organizers who we lost to the Muskie School. God, you had to go get an education, I guess. But she's now back, she's helping us, and I couldn't be any prouder to be on the same stage with Sam. So, Sam, please come on up.
Jesse, we already talked how you weren't going to make me cry. Hello! So as Jesse said, my name is Sam Parker. I live in Portland, and I go to the University of Southern Maine. And on my first day of class, no joke, my professor told me, you cannot have any policy change without a story. And looking at this crowd of all the friends and the families and the smiling faces, I see that we've got stories by the boatload. We've got the story of the volunteers who statewide last election collected 33,000 new pledge cards of voters who supported same-sex marriage. We have the story of April 24th, the day of the Judicial Hearing Committee. It was on that day that we outnumbered the opposition 4-1. We gave and listened to testimony for over 11 hours, and it was a beautiful spring day in Augusta when you walked through those Civic Center's doors and you were ensconced in a sea of red. I knew on that day I was on the side, and we all were on the side of everything good and just. All right, now last year, we elected a president whose mottos were change we can believe in and change we need. I'm proud to say that I believe that this election is going to mimic that one. It is time that we prove our president's slogan's right. This ballot question will challenge everything we have worked so hard last year until now. And our generation is going to be the one to do it. This is our civil rights moment, everybody. So what I need for you to do is to get involved, stay committed, and stay focused from now until tomorrow night when the election polls close. Can we do that? Good. And I like to hear, because tomorrow night, I want to be able to shout once again, yes, we did. All right.
All right, thank you, Sam. You know, I think a couple of things we also want to do is, look, there's a lot of us here in the square today, and if we all talk to 5 of our family members, or 5 of our friends, or 5 of our coworkers in the next 24 hours and said, you know what, it's not good enough to say you support full equality, you've got to go to the polls tomorrow. So who here, raise your hand if you'll talk to 5 people in the next 24 hours to help get our message across. That's not enough hands. There we go. All right, the next you know, people I want to bring up to the stage are, you know, they're our celebrity couple. You might have seen them in our television ads. Jim and Steve from Buxton, an amazing couple. An amazing couple that really sort of personifies what this campaign is all about. My wife is somewhere in the crowd, and we've been married for, 3 years, but Jim and Steve have been together longer than I've been alive. And you can't put that into perspective. Sorry, guys. But look, this is what we're all about. It's providing the same level of protections and the same level of dignity that my wife and I have to Jim and Steve. So without further ado, Jim and Steve.
Thank you all very much. We started working on this question actually over 5 years ago, and it's been amazing. At the time we started asking about marriage, I didn't really know what it meant. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be possible, so I didn't think it was relevant to Steve and me. But as we learned that it was, I really got to realize how important this has become to us. I mean, all of you that have been working on this, and so many other people that have been working so hard on this issue. After 34 years that we've been together, it seems to me that it's time our marriage and our relationship, rather, was recognized by our state.
Thank you. Marriage is really important to the both of us. You know, after 34 years, it's like the first question you're asked when you go to a doctor's office, or you go to an insurance company, or you buy a house, or you rent an apartment, married or single. Well, we're tired of being single. We want to be married. And we've been overwhelmed. There's been a huge outpouring of support from Mainers all across the state, from all across New England, and all across the country at large. All eyes are on the state of Maine. And why? Because marriage is as fundamental to human life as eating good food and breathing fresh air. This isn't a gay and lesbian issue. This is an issue for all of mankind, for all of humanity. Everybody understands just how powerful marriage is and how it builds strong families and strong communities. And the support we've had in Maine has been overwhelming. For the last couple of days, we've been knocking on doors and we've been talking to people over the telephone. And many Mainers, I want to say the majority of the Mainers that we talk to are indignant. They believe in equality, they believe in fairness, and they believe in justice. And it's not because we're gay and because we want to get married. It's because it's the right thing to do. Thank you very much.
All right, Jim and Steve, everybody. You're going to see them in Us Weekly pretty soon. They're such big celebrities. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up with, one of my favorite people of all time. I first met Darlene Huntress in 2005 as Equality Maine was working on the non-discrimination campaign, and really just have learned to just really love Darlene. And this campaign has been a lot of people working really hard. Equality Maine, Betsy and Matt and Darlene and Monique have put in endless hours getting us to this position where we're going to do really well on Tuesday. And I could think of no better person than Darlene Huntress to bring it home for us. So Darlene, here you go.
All right, wow, look at you. So, back in January, when we introduced that marriage bill, did anybody think, besides maybe the people in this crowd, that we could do it? No way. You can't pass that bill. Maine's not ready. But you all stepped up in a most amazing way, every single one of you. What did you do? You called your legislator and you told them this is important to support. And what happened? We passed that bill. The governor signed that bill into law. We were the first state in the country